one question. The current Congress, the Senate and the House of Representatives, have all kinds of actions and votes which are really departing from following and adhering to the Constitution. What measures will you take if elected to make sure that things like that don't happen in the future? What measures will you take to protect actually the actions of the Congress to conform with the Constitution?
On the floor of the Congress, the will of the Congress is the will. The congressman gets so much time, with permission of the Speaker, to get onto the floor of Congress. When I get to the floor of Congress, I'm speaking to the entire Congress. I'm speaking to all the representatives of the people of the United States. And the information should come to me that's validated that there is any one of our elected officials who are duplicit or complicit, or ignoring the Constitution, or ignoring the safety and security of the people of the United States, then you can take it to the bank that I will speak truth to power, and that I will let it be known, and I will use all of the powers of persuasion that I have to affect it, and I will use all of the bully pulpit of permits to inform my district and to inform the rest of the American people of who's doing what. That you can be sure.
I just recently read a report in the newspaper, I think this morning actually, that in Texas, a federal judge has thrown out something in the neighborhood of 250 to 400 illegal immigration cases, which is much higher than has ever been done, and it seems to be coming down from rearranged directives from the Department of Justice, so that even when these people are arrested and brought into court, they're given a pass. What about the overreaching and the underreaching of the court system and the Department of Justice?
Well, should that come to pass my desk, my colleague, who would be the representative from that particular district in Texas, would probably be just as enraged and outraged as his own constituents would be, and he would look for an ally in the House. I think he would find in me a ready ally to rectify such a travesty. And somewhere along the line, that district will need some kind of funding that will require my vote. And my vote doesn't come cheap. The price of my vote comes with adherence to the Constitution. That's the price for my vote.
Do we have any other questions? Yes.
What can you do with judges that interpret the Constitution?
Run for president. Run for president, because it's the executive branch that really has the most influence over the judiciary. And it seems to me, as you just pointed out rightly, that we have judges that are getting, I'm serious, why not? They won't let me run for Congress, I'll run for president. But you're right, the judiciary that legislates from the bench is a very serious breach of the delicate balance of power that the framers of the Constitution employ. So as a congressman, as your representative, we would again have to remind them of their constitutional responsibilities. And there's nothing like shining a bright light on it. You know, sunshine is the best disinfectant. And we would have to, again, in the short 2 years that I would have, in such an instance, you can imagine, should that come across my desk, I would be having the press conference, I would be shining the light on it, I would be bringing all the attention and weight to bear on it. Because somewhere along the line, they need a congressman's vote to pass something. And the price of my vote, again, is adherence to the Constitution. And whatever district that judge may happen to be in, that district is going to, somewhere along the line, need a vote from another representative. And if they want my vote, that's my price. Is that okay with you? Is that all right with you?
How about in the budget, finding the most pro-legislative justices? So if you want to serve as a justice, that's fine. We're just cutting your pay out of the budget this year.
Well,
no reason you can't do that.
But let me throw a few ideas I have if I still have time. I still have time?
Yes, a few minutes.
Let me throw a few things out there for you. First of all I've been involved in the community for a long time. I'm involved in leadership training with young people. I'm the guy who goes out to gangs. I've dealt with the leaders of the Latin kings, the Latin queens, the Bloods, the Crips, and other gangs throughout the country. I negotiated a peace, somewhat treaty, between some of the gangs in Washington, D.C. I employed Take Back the Night programs. I've employed community policing programs. I found out one thing, that what was lacking in most of all of these situations and these young people is leadership and guidance. So why not, instead of, if my colleague was here and my opponent was here, Mr. Engel went to the Jewish Community Center where we were having a debate. And he told everyone in the room, and correct me if I'm wrong, but he did say that he gave that building, or that, what do you call it? Complex, $400,000. That's fine. That's discretionary funds. That's earmarked dollars. He has the authority to do that, whether we agree in this room or not. Me, on the other hand, I have nothing against that complex getting that kind of money. That's fine. However, it's $400,000 of tax money. And if I was going to take $400,000 of your tax money and say, how could I best, and discretionary, and how could I best invest your $400,000? And I have two sets of options before me. Invest it in making a pretty building, or perhaps scholarships. Maybe teach kids the Constitution. Maybe teach kids how to be effective lawyers, judges, citizens, good citizens, educated citizens. Maybe in one of those boneheads that we see running around with their pants hanging down, their hands down backwards, maybe I grab one of those boneheads, like Tim here, all right? And I don't know, how much money would it take to invest, let's say we grab one, invest enough money in him, send him through all the best education that we can, and somewhere in that bonehead might be the cure to cancer, might be something in there, engineering discovery, something that would be of great benefit to all of us in one of them. Suppose we take that one of them and maybe we invest in 10 of them. Our chances rise by a factor of 10. Well, with $400,000, well, maybe we can do it by 400. And we take 400 and we invest in them that kind of money. Our chances rise by 400 that maybe one of those boneheads may be a Supreme Court judge and won't legislate from the bench. And will maybe dispense justice according to the Constitution. I don't know. That's a little bit of my pie-in-the-sky optimism, but why not?
Tony has used up his full half hour.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.